Lawyer, Liam Foxwell, is getting an appraisal at work. He is getting a center office, in litigation for retrospective parenting. But he'll need to do a redo. He leaves for the airport. He watches an ad for grain. An implant, that records everything that user sees, hears, or speaks. Liam uses his implant, to re-watch his appraisal meeting, zooming in on his boss's face, to see his facial expressions. Reaching the airport, he boards his flight. At the security, they want him to rewind his last 24 hours, using his implant, and then again for the last week. His wife, Ffion, is having a dinner party with her friends. One of her friends, Jeff, is casting his experience at a 5-star suite, to the TV, using his implant. Liam arrives at the party, and finds Ffion laughing with her friend, Jonas. He talks to her. She tells him that a babysitter, Gina, is taking care of their daughter, Jodie, back home. She introduces Liam to her friends. They ask him about his appraisal, which he thinks was a disaster. They ask him to cast the meeting to a TV, so they can grade and assess it. Liam doesn't want to do it. But everyone insists. Jonas jumps to Liam's defense. Liam suspects Jonas. He watches his arrival in his implant, zooming in on the faces of his wife and Jonas. At the dinner, Jonas tells everyone that he just had his wedding broken. Another guest, Cullen, arrives. Jonas talks about how relationships are a sham. He never really loved his fiancée. Instead of enjoying her company, he always found himself re-watching the hot times he had with her. Cullen reveals that she doesn't have a grain. It was gouged after an attacker cut through her skin to steal her memories. Improper removal of the grain can even blind the victim. Luckily, she survived fine, only with a scar. It was stolen on order, probably by some millionaire pervert. She likes being without an implant. Liam notices Ffion laughing too much at Jonas's jokes. Later, Liam shows his meeting to Ffion. He believes that his boss were being phony. He asks her if she likes Jonas. She denies it. Nevertheless, he invited Jonas over to their house. He didn't really want to invite him, he was just being polite. Ffion suggests getting rid of him, if he didn't want to invite him. They reach home. Liam tells Jonas that it's gotten late, and they've also got babysitter inside, to blow him off. They let Gina, the babysitter, sleep at their home. They watch the baby's implant, to make sure everything was okay. Liam inquires more about Jonas. Ffion confesses that she had a thing with Jonas couple of years ago. He is upset because she never mentioned this before. She says she told him about someone from Marrakesh. She dated him for a month. He says when she told him about Marrakesh, it was a week. She refuses. He casts his implant and shows her that she said a week. She gets angry and tells him that it was a thing of the past. They call each other names. She goes into her room. Liam goes into the room and apologizes to her. They reconcile and make love while watching their past encounters. Liam goes downstairs and watches his dinner memories while drinking. Some time later, Liam, still obsessed over Jonas, enables lip reading in his implant and watches the footage of Ffion talking to Jonas when he entered the dinner party. Gina arrives. He calls her over and shows him a joke that Jonas made, and Ffion laughed. He then asks her if the joke was funny. She doesn't find it funny. Ffion arrives, and Liam tells her that Gina doesn't find the joke funny. Gina, not wanting to get involved, leaves. Liam continues drinking and keeps watching the footage. Ffion is angry at him. He shows her how happy she was with Jonas, but as soon as he arrived, she got stiff. He shows her the way she looks at Jonas. He shows her Ffion and Jonas making out in the background, in one of the memories of her friends. He asks her again, how long did she go out with him for? She says, it was 6 months. She gets angry at him. He says she lied. She says, not everything that isn't true is a lie. Which doesn't make any sense. She says she liked him then, but she doesn't like him anymore. He is obsessed over the fact that Jonas can watch the footage of himself and Ffion making love. He keeps drinking and watching the footage over and over. He gets in his car. The implant warns him that he is drunk and to proceed at his own risk. He goes to Jonas's house. Jonas lets him in after confirming that Ffion is not with him. He goes inside the house. Jonas is uncomfortable. Liam asks him to sit down. Cullen comes out, having spent the night with Jonas. Liam starts getting obnoxious towards Jonas. Jonas asks him to leave. He tries to force him out, but Liam hits him with the bottle. Liam wakes up in his car, having crashed his car in a tree. He watches his past memory to check what happened. He sees that he forced Jonas to delete any and all footage, that includes Ffion. He checks the footage again. He found something in the footage. He goes back home. He goes to Ffion and asks her if they used protection or not. He wants to know if he really is Jodie's father. She confirms he is. He shows her the footage of him and Jonas. In Jonas's implant, there is a footage of Ffion sleeping with Jonas, which is about 18 months old. In their bedroom, which he recognized because of the painting. She confesses that it was around the time they had a fight. Liam had made no contact to her for 5 days. She got drunk with Jonas, and it happened. He wants to know if she used protection, because they don't have any here, since they were trying for baby. She says they did. He wants to see it. He asks her to show it through her implant. She says she deleted it. Liam says to show him the blank gap in her timeline then. She tries to delete the memory, but Liam catches her. He screams at her to show the footage. She finally does. Sometime later, Liam is watching his memories. It turns out that Ffion did not use protection, and Jodie is not Liam's daughter, she is Jonas's daughter. The episode ends with Liam taking a blade and gouging out his implant as the screen turns black. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.